What if I told you that the Girl Scouts had the secret to decreasing your Facebook ad costs and increasing your occupancy in your storage business? Would you be interested in hearing how they do that? Well, today we're going to show you exactly how they do that with this old tactic that they've been using for years. But before we get started, I got to talk about a couple things. I know some of you have ran Facebook ads in the past and you've had really bad experiences with it. Maybe it was super expensive to get those leads in. Maybe you were paying a couple $100s for a lead. And then maybe once you paid that, those leads didn't work out. Maybe they were just dead leads or people weren't interested in your offer. Or I've ran these lead ads before and people are like, I didn't even fill that out. I don't need your solution. Maybe that's what it was. Or maybe you had great success, because I know some of you have had really good success with Facebook ads filling up your storage occupancy, and that's great. Hopefully that's your case. But then there's some people who are like, I don't mess around with that. I only use Google ads and search-based ads. And I get that too, because I love the search-based ads. And the reason why I like search-based ads is it's different. Here's why. Facebook ads are on a Facebook platform, obviously. Google ads are on a search-based platform, okay? The difference, and this is the key, the difference is one is for pain, one is for pleasure. Google is a pain solution. People go there to have their pain solved. They need their boat stored somewhere. They have furniture they need stored. They're moving. They need that storage. That's a problem that they face. And they're going there to find that solution. And that is a great thing about Google Ads is you can appear on top by just paying a certain amount of money and you're right there and then click on you, right? They're ready to buy. They have that pain. Now go over to Facebook. We're talking about pleasure. With pleasure, they're there to watch cat videos, to see what their cousin Jimmy's been doing once he posts his videos and content up, things like that. Maybe they're there to go on Facebook Marketplace and groups, whatever it is. That's a pleasure-based platform. So is Instagram. People don't go on Instagram to search self-storage near me. They always are going to do that on a search-based platform. Now, here's where this gets really good. Think about every year between January and April, you're walking around stores, coming out of the grocery stores, coming out of the hardware stores, and the Girl Scouts are everywhere. They're selling their delicious cookies that we all probably shouldn't be eating, but they're there. And suddenly, it seems like they're everywhere. You notice that? Like, they weren't there last week, and now this week, they're everywhere you go. They're making their offer. Hey, you want to buy cookies? You want to buy cookies? You want to buy cookies? And you feel like you can't get away. And if you're like me, you're trying to stay away from it. Maybe the first time you stayed away, maybe the second time you stayed away. Maybe you made it to the 12th offer that they made, but that day you were hungry, you had $20 in your pocket, and you thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy a box of cookies. And they got you to finally spend money. But it took 12 times of getting in front of you before you took that offer. Now we can take that same principle and put it in our storage business. And it's called retargeting ads. This is extremely powerful. When somebody comes to your website, if you have it set up, and I'll tell you how to do that in a second, when they leave that website and they don't commit to your storage solution, all of a sudden you get to follow them around like the Girl Scouts follow the rest of us around for a couple months and make us those cookie offers over and over and over. You're going to do the same thing with retargeting ads on Facebook and on Instagram by just constantly showing up in front of that person that never committed to your offer. And all you have to do to get this going is you install the Facebook Pixel on your website. Now that sounds complicated, it sounds weird. It's a really simple piece of code that Facebook gives you. Okay, so you can go in your ads account at Facebook, you copy this little code that they give you, and you go put it in your tracking code boxes on your website. That's all you have to do. And then all of a sudden, your Facebook ads account is tracking people that come and go off your website. It tracks all the things and the action they do on your website. And then so when you start that out, you need to get approximately 1,000 people to hit that website. So your storage website is going to need time, because you're probably not going to get 1,000 visitors in a day. If you are, good for you. But that might take a little bit of time depending on how busy you are. So you got to get that on. Let that pixel start seasoning is what Facebook calls it. And it's all rumored to be about 1,000 unique visitors to your website. Once that happens, you can start running very low cost ads to the people who have visited your website. And I say low cost because they're typically much lower than running lead ads, like much lower. I've ran them for my own storage business and other businesses, and the price is just a fraction of what you've been paying for lead ads, okay? And what's great about these ads that you're running on Facebook and these retargeting concepts is that they're already warmed up to you. It's not a cold ad anymore. Suddenly they've been to your website, they've read about you, they know about you, they know your prices. Now you're just making more offers just like those Girl Scouts do. Every time you pass them for 3 or 4 months, you're gonna run those same ads in front of them, say, hey, come back, hey, here's an offer. And you're gonna hopefully reel in some of that lost traffic. Now, what's a really cool bonus about this is if you're running search-based ads like Google or a different search-based, you paid money to get that person to your website. Let's say, for example, you paid $35 to get them to your website. Well, now they got to your website, you paid that money, and they left and they never bought. So your ad cost, you just got hit for $35 with a loss. Well, now we're gonna run those very cheap Facebook ads to them, and maybe we're gonna run 2 or 3 weeks to them, okay? And all of a sudden, they sign up. So they come back because you stayed in front of them, you reminded them, you stayed present in their mind, and they took you up on your offer. Maybe all of that retargeting for 3 weeks cost you $5. I don't know, I'm just picking random numbers. Now suddenly you have your $35 cost on your Google ad that you already have to pay for, whether they rent or not. And then you reel them back in with a retargeting ad for $5. You're $40 in and you acquired that customer versus losing that lead if you would have just left it in the hands of Google at $35, right? So hopefully that makes sense. So anyways, if you want to implement this in your business, I highly recommend you go and get that pixel installed, follow the Facebook steps. They have a help document that can show you how to do that. It's really not that hard. Get that code on your website. Even if you don't want to use it right away and you want to use it maybe in 6 months or a year, get it on your website so they can start tracking the people that come to your site and it can get seasoned. Remember, we need it to get seasoned. And that way, later in the future, if you ever decide to do retargeting ads on Instagram and Facebook, you have that option available to you and you can just click and turn it on in your ads account, okay? Hopefully you found this valuable and useful to your business. Go out, implement it, and I hope this video helps you decrease your ad costs and increase your occupancy. See ya.